Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who worked in morgues. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Sometimes when people have died and we turn them over to clean and dress them, they still have air in their lungs and will make grunty noises when moved. Scared the crap out of me the first time I experienced it. Oh my gosh, that's scary. My grandpa was helping to wash and prepare bodies for transport home under the direction of the coroner, who had warned them about the bodies making noises when moved. After a bit, Grandpa asked the coroner how the body he was washing could cry. The coroner repeated the lecture about air being pushed out, and Grandpa said that he got that part. But how did that form tears? He said things got very busy after that. Grandpa's assigned corpse was not actually dead, just suffering a lot of blood loss and very, very cold. Dude got 5 liters of blood, some of it from my grandpa, and then flew home to spend the rest of the war recovering. What? Isn't this like everyone's biggest nightmare? Like, they're not dead, right? But then someone thinks they're dead and they're about to like clean them up and then just bury them alive. That's everyone's biggest nightmare. Being buried alive. What the heck? He was like in so much pain, but he was like freaking getting washed and everything. Oh, yo, why am I reading this? Why am I doing this to myself? But this do be interesting. One of the descendants' grandsons faked a breakdown over the casket. He stole all her jewelry. Didn't take long to figure out, and a large brawl broke out. Jewelry was retrieved. 2 weeks later, grandson turns up needing to be processed and buried. Creepy as hell. What the heck? Oh, so I guess he needed the money, right? That's why he stole the jewelry, and then I guess he couldn't get the money back to someone, and then the person killed him. I think I've been watching too many dramas. I worked at a funeral home for quite a while. When I first started, about a month in, I was working a holiday weekend. Only people working were the transport guys and me. They came to drop off a body and went right back out. I thought they were still there and needed to ask a question. I walked into the embalming area and this dude was sitting up on the gurney, looking right at me when I opened the door, and it literally made me pee a little in fright. Turns out the transport guys picked up the body from an area hospital. He'd passed away while in a slightly reclining position and rigor had set in. They couldn't flatten him out. Still the scariest moment in my career, even if I got a laugh out of it later. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they're still working there, you know, after that incident. That I would just not. I mean, I wouldn't even be working in these places in the first thing. But I'm just saying, if I did, this would be like the deal breaker. Like, no. What? Imagine if you're working alone. Oh, and I feel like that's mostly the case. Everyone works alone at night here. I can't believe the transport guys didn't tell them, you know? They knew this was going to be creepy, but they were like, let's just leave it here, and they just go away. Really? I initiated compressions on my patient when she unexpectedly coded. About halfway through my first round, the patient pinked up, eyes opened, turned her head and groaned. I stopped, and so did she. Turned grey and unresponsive, so I started compressions again. She woke up again, and I realized that compressions were providing adequate perfusion to her brain, so she'd wake up, but her heart wasn't doing anything. I had to continue compressions and shock my patient who was awake, groaning and alert enough to know what was happening. I've coded countless patients without a problem, but this event gave me nightmares for some time. So she was alive during that moment, right? But she just keeps on becoming unresponsive kind of thing. Like, I don't even know. Jeez, that sounds tough though, this kind of job. People who had been on blood thinner medication before they died can make for an odd scene. Saw a guy that had died looking out of his window, so he was discovered with his head on the windowsill, and there was a thick column of jellied blood from his nose to the floor. It was a bit freaky. These are creepy as. Worked at a mortuary for 3 years. We have methods to keep the jaw shut for viewing, otherwise it would gape open due to the angle of the head and neck. During a viewing, the device failed and this gentleman's mouth literally popped open. The embalmer was not on site, so I did my best. Ushered the family out of the room and superglued his mouth shut. But he didn't have teeth, and supergluing just his lips did not work. It looked as if he was attempting to scream. I had to call in one of our other mortuaries in town, and that embalmer used a giant needle and thread to sew his mouth shut from under his chin to his palate. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know this was the things that people do when someone died. But now it makes so much sense, right? That's how they can still look like a bit normal. Wow, I totally forgot about the things that people did like this. I just forgot. This is like kind of blowing my mind, to be honest. So much preparation. You have smelt nothing until you have smelt the farts of the dead. Oh. This whole video is making me want to like unread everything. Hey, at least you guys are with me, right? At least you guys are listening to the same things that I am reading. Yes. My wife is a mortician. She's had quite a lot of wacky experiences. This is more funny than creepy, but once she was trying to break up the rigor mortis in a descendant's hip by flexing the entire leg up. Her grip slipped and the leg swung down, the heel cracking her right in the face, resulting in a black eye. She had to explain to people that she's not in an abusive relationship. She just got kicked in the face by a dead guy. Yo. And then everyone's gonna be asking her, so you killed your abuser? Oh man. So many crazy stories to the people that pretty much work in a morgue or work with the dead pretty much. That's scary. Do you think you guys could do it? I don't think I could. Yo, that's scary. I guess if you do something for a while, everyone gets used to it, right? But do you ever really get used to this? You know? Because every single time someone comes in, it's a different person. A friend told me this story ages ago, and I hope I remember it well enough. When he was 18, he worked for a single plane transport contractor, and one time they had to carry a body. It wasn't autopsied or prepared for a funeral yet. That was where they were taking it, so it was wrapped and just sort of laying on the floor. Now, when you're in the air, I'm sure other pilots would tell you, the rise and fall of the airplane will do strange things with gravity and air pressure. In any case, the corpse had enough air in its lungs that the lower pressure outside the body caused the air inside to be expelled, slowly and through the larynx. Meanwhile, rise and fall of the plane caused the body to sit up and the wrapping to fall away. Sitting up caused it to expel more air from the lungs. So while flying a dead body in the plane, they heard a long, low moan and saw a dead body sit up in the back of the plane. The pilot panicked, left the controls and ran back and punched the corpse across the face, knocking it back down. He told me about how they figured out what happened, but I was laughing too at that point to really pick up the details. I do remember that they had to explain the additional damage to the corpse when they arrived at their destination. Wait, the corpse was in the control room with the pilot? Oh, right. It was just a single plane transport contractor. Okay. For a second, that detail just left my mind. I thought it was literally like a normal airplane. Oh, jeez. Imagine just punching a dead person. These stories, I can't with these stories. Like, I don't know how I feel about it, you know? Like, everybody be laughing, but I'm just like, gosh. Well, that's it for the video. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.